God. All right. What might that be?
I understand that you do an absolutely fantastic imitation of a certain English gentleman, and that it's so fantastic that his wife cannot tell you two apart.
Well, are you talking Ian McKellen?
You can do him too. And hold his wife.
It's kind of the same thing. It's sort of a generic Englishman of a certain age. I do a wonderful Derek Jacobi, too. Thank you. No, I don't. I don't actually do the one you're talking about. All right. Is that all right with you, or would you like me to do something else? I think it's Shakespeare. You know, I started my career with the Royal Shakespeare Company many years ago. The actors there were superb, but not as good as the actors on Star Trek. You know, I don't know where that came from. I honestly...
I think it came from Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Cherry Hill, is that the first place I did that?
That's the first place I heard it.
That's the first place you heard it, but that doesn't mean I wasn't doing it at home, you know. I didn't do that while we were doing the series, although I kept asking, can we do an episode where we go through a cloud or a wormhole or whatever we go through, and Patrick and I reverse personalities, and he becomes me and I become him. And he loved the idea because he thought he could do me. You know how he sounded when he did me? He would go like this. Oh, Captain, I'm Data. Thank you so much. I hope that satisfied your appetite.
How you doing?
Good.
How was work with Harry Anderson and Night Court?
Night Court, what's that? No, that was a lot of fun. I had a really good time working with those guys. I knew Harry before. Actually, it was weird. I knew a couple of people. When I got my equity card, professional acting card, it was a place called the Houston Music Theater in 1969. I got my equity card, and I was in the chorus of summer musicals at the Houston Music Theater. And also in the chorus was Charlie Robinson, who played Mac on. So I knew Charlie, and I knew Harry from, he did magic in Austin on the street. And so it was fun to go there, and I loved it. It was great. It was a dream job. It was one of the first jobs I got when I was in Hollywood because I had this idea of this character. I'd been doing that character for years for my friends. And I thought, can I really do this in front of these people? And I did, and they cast me, and I did 6 episodes.
It's terrible. Your versatility is
astounding.
Yes, thank you. That's appropriate, yeah.
Let me fill in the blanks. Thank you so much. You're not a producer by any chance.
No.
All right. Thank you, though. You know, we were going to be, the woman who played my wife, Annie O'Donnell, on Night Court, she was wonderful. We were all set to become regulars on the show the next year, and then I got Star Trek over the summer, and so I said, sorry, Annie. And, but I think it's the better move, probably. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here today. Right? I'd be at a Night Court convention. You know, God knows where. I don't know where they do that. Hi.
Hi. I was just wondering, in Encounter at Farpoint, you got to do a scene with DeForest Kelly, and I was just wondering if you could talk about like your experience of doing a scene with such a guy.
I wish the camera had been on you when you just did that. I think, is that you know what? That's what you should do. Where is the camera? It's over here? 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 And there's this one right here, too. Like, turn around. Can you get her on the camera? No? What? Oh, there she is. See, that's the way. You should ask me the question like that. There you are. And I'll watch. Okay, ask me that question again. Oh, yeah, you got to pull the mic around. Yeah. What was the question?
So in Encounter at Farpoint, you got to do a scene with DeForest Kelly, and I was just wondering if you could comment on working with him.
Wasn't that great? Thank you so much. That was fantastic. I wish I could talk like that. Maybe I'll work on that one next. You got cold? In the summer and August?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't shake my hand, did you, at the table? You see why I fist bumped? That's what people do. They shake your hand, and then they say, and I go, what? Are you sick? And they go, yeah, I got a little thing. And you just shook my hand. You weren't going to tell me. All right. DeForest Kelly, great guy. Wonderful man. I think the most beloved among all of the actors on the show, on Star Trek, the original series. I don't think any of them have ever had an unkind word to say about DeForest, because he was just a mensch. He was a really good guy. Not that the others are not. I happen to like all of those guys. I had dinner with Bill Shatner last night. We had crabs. How did you know? He told you he was going to have. I'm going to have crabs. You can tell how well I know him because I call him Bill. To his face, I say that. But yeah, I walked into this crab restaurant. He was already mid-bucket. Unbelievable. Where'd we go?
Michael, we were across the street?
What? No. It was in. I don't know where we went.
Michael.
No, one downtown. Is there a downtown? Yes. What? Well, I don't know. You can say 100 names. I wouldn't know. I don't know where I was. I just got out of the car and went inside. I've had them before. I'm sort of a vegetarian, so I don't like to eat a lot of that sort of thing. I eat no meat, but I do eat the occasional crab leg. But it was very good. This place has been there 30 years, they said. It's gone through 3 incarnations. What did I say? Well, maybe it was. Huh? Vic said it was Michael's.
He's the one that
Vic,
said
no.
He's on Deep Space
Okay.
Nine.
I'll tell you what, there were pictures of baseball players on the walls. Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig were on the walls. And there was a picture of Anthony Quinn behind the reception desk. You know that place with Anthony Quinn behind the... I said to this lady who was standing there, I said, oh, Anthony Quinn here. And she looked around, she went, yeah. And I said, what was he like? And she went, who's Anthony Quinn? Anyway, it was very good, though. Very good. Corn on the cob was awesome. I can eat that. But
being kosher, isn't it?
what's that?
Kind of like being kosher, isn't it?
Well, not exactly, because
That's like you can't order any food.
no, but you can eat meat as long as it's been salted correctly. Is that right?
Killed correctly.
Killed correctly. What is the correct way to kill? I'm not sure because I've been trying to figure that out.
You can't feel any pain.
You can't feel any pain. Well, that is probably, if you're going to kill, that's the way to do it, I think. And, we in America are really concerned with killing correctly, I think. That's why we want our guns. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to get into that. Believe me, I mean, who do you think I am, Marina? Scooby! Sit down right there. Shall I tell you something? That's what she says. DeForest was a great guy. In answer to your question. Are you following me? That's because, yeah, good. You have a question? Don't leave. I expect you to stay there the rest of the. No. Thank you, though. You're very cute. What's your question?
I wondered what it was like, how you felt when you had your little miniature data doll.
Yeah.
What,
When I have a little miniature data doll, how does that make me feel? You know what? At first, I was a little. It kind of freaked me out to have a doll of me. But then I thought, you know what, if it's good enough for Alec Guinness, it's good enough for me. And Harrison Ford has little dolls, you know. You know what, Harrison Ford was at Comic-Con apparently in San Diego a couple weeks ago, and yeah, why are you looking like that? You don't believe me? He's been there before. He was there with Cowboys versus Aliens. Great movie. And he was there. He's got some new movie over there.
Paranoia. Ender's Game.
Ender's Game.
Yeah.
And paranoia.
And Paranoia. Is that one movie? Ender's Game and Paranoia. Anyway, he was there. And Harrison's a really nice guy. But he's sort of a curmudgeon. And he's gotten to be one more and more as he's gotten older. As have I, as you can see. And but he apparently came out and, all right, what are your questions? And somebody said, Mr. Ford, if Han Solo met Indiana Jones, what would he say to it? And Harrison went, I don't know. You're asking me questions like that. They're fictional. Yes, ma'am.
So, for a non-fictional question here.
What was that your question?
No.
If Harrison Ford met Brent Spiner, they would say, who is this?
If you could travel 500 years to the future.
If I can do what?
Travel 500 years to the future.
Wait, is this hypothetical?
This is hypothetical.
Yeah?
I don't own a time machine.
Yeah.
I wish I did.
Okay, well, how was I to know? All right, go ahead.
So, if, hypothetically, you could travel 500 years to the future.
Yes.
Or 500 years to the past.
Where would I go?
Which would you choose and why?
500 years in the past. Did they have TiVo then? No. I don't know, you know, that's a good question because I think most people say in the future because we're spoiled and we're soft and, you know, 500 years ago is like Game of Thrones, you know? I don't know if you're wearing sheep, you know? But I'm a big history guy. I'm much more interested in the past than I am in the future in terms of reading. I enjoy reading history. But I think I would, but then again, will there be a future in our future? You know, that's the big question. We're rapidly destroying the universe. So 500 years, we project 500 years, we get there and there's nothing. You know, that could be the case as well. Can we go 10 years into the future?
I mean, if you want to see the next iPhone, probably.
All right. Wait, are you coming? What are you dressed as right now?
I'm Dean Winchester.
Who?
Dean Winchester from Supernatural.
Oh, sure.
There's one episode where he dresses up as a gym teacher to suss out a ghost in a high school.
Wow, that's cool. You know, I played a gym teacher once on television. I really did. I played an assistant gym coach. Do you remember the series Family? It was a long time ago. It was one of the first gigs I had in LA after Night Court. No, this was before Night Court. It was an episode of Family, and I played an assistant swim coach at Buddy's High School, or whatever. And she fell in love with the head coach, who was this big, tall, blonde, Nazi, good-looking guy. And she could not have been less interested in me, which I thought the whole sort of subtext of the entire episode was how shallow Buddy was, not to recognize the true person she should be with. But anyway, I'll look for that episode. I love your work, by the way. Thank you. We'll see you in the future. Okay? Hey,
Hey.
you guys okay over here? Yeah. You guys all right? You're holding tight. Are you afraid something bad's going to happen? Like you're going to be projected into the future in a minute? No. Okay, I'm not. I don't mean to tease you, but yes, I do. Yes.
What was it like in the episode Masks when you had to switch between different personalities? Was that really fun for you to get to do that?
The episode
Or
Masks, was that
difficult?
fun? No. You know what? I really think that the episode Masks contains some of the most preposterous acting ever on television. Seriously. I was doing an episode, and I don't... How you doing? I was doing the episode Thine Own Self, which I don't really remember most of the episodes. Those two I happen to remember because of Masks. I was doing Thine Own Self, and what happened on the show generally, and it really started, are you filming me? You're not going to remember this if you don't, is this going on Facebook? Is this going on YouTube for all of your fans to see tomorrow? No? Harrison Ford's not going to see this. Is he? We had this, the first season on Next Generation, we all seemed to work almost every day. It was truly backbreaking. And we were doing 16 hours a day, going home, learning impossible dialogue, and then, showing up 8 hours later. And finally, by the second season, they kind of figured out, let's let one person sort of carry the episode, one or two people, three sometimes carry the episode, and give people days off because they're not going to make it through this season. We were doing 26 episodes a season. And so by Thine Own Self, I don't know when that was, fourth or fifth season, something like that. Yeah, maybe even sixth. We got to Thine Own Self. I read the script. I go, okay, it's my episode. Everybody worked one day on the bridge, and then they were off. And I carried the rest of the episode, which was fine. It was an interesting episode. The night we were finishing that episode, I was exhausted for having done the whole thing. I thought, oh my goodness, we're finished. It's going to be somebody else's episode. The script arrived at 10 o'clock at night. We're still working. I'm looking at the script and I'm reading it and I'm playing 5 characters in it. In the next episode. And I thought, this is incredible. I can't do this. And I didn't even have time to read it. We were starting in the morning. As soon as this episode finished, we start the next one. And it could all happen in the same day. It could be 10 o'clock at night, we started the next episode. So I went to Jerry Taylor, who was one of the producers then, and I said, Jerry, I can't do this. I really can't. So I've been working, I'm the only one who's been here. I've been working on this Thine Own Self, and I'm exhausted. I didn't even have time to read it. How do I decide even who these characters are and how to play them? And her response was, we have faith in you. And that was it. And so we started the next morning on Masks. I remember Marina and Cullum laughing at me, doing one of the characters, and well, they should have. It was ridiculous, but it was all I could think of to do instantly. And finally, by the last day of that episode, the very last scene shot was on a Saturday morning, because we had been shooting all through Friday night into Saturday. It was about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Patrick and me doing the god of the sun and the goddess of the moon in masks. And we couldn't get through the scene. We were laughing so hard. And he was standing next to the camera on my close-ups, and I'm being Masaka, or whoever I was, and he's laughing like this, shaking next to the camera, and I'm thinking, it's going to be your turn in a minute, and you're going to be wearing one of the crew was so mad at us because we couldn't stop, and finally we finished like 6 o'clock in the morning because we finally got through the scene. But what was your question?
Do you enjoy being able to be different people, or like?
Generally, yes. If I have time to sort of figure out what I'm doing, and if I've had a good night's sleep. Thank you. Do you do that translate for her too? Is that, yeah, okay. Cool. Okay, thank you so much. Excellent question. Oh, hi young lady, how are you?
I'm doing well. A lot of reproduction stuff has come out recently now. They're putting out the Blu-rays,
Mm-hmm.
and in some of the things, you're this horrible, horrifying shade of pink.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean in the,
In pre-production when they were trying to figure
Right,
out
when they were-
what it was
yeah.
like. How much did they put you through with that?
I can't remember how many colors I was, but I was many colors. I had done, I don't know if this is on the Blu-ray, I can't remember what I said when they interviewed me, but they didn't know what they wanted. Gene had said to me from the very beginning, do you mind if we change your appearance? And I thought, ears. Gotta be ears, right? And there's nothing to that. I went, sure. And then he said, I'd like you to be a different hue. And I said, okay. And they did every color from that awful bubblegum pink. I was gold, I was battleship gray, I was every color. I had white hair, like Billy Idol, like and every color hair, every color. It was unbelievable. And hi, buddy. And he wasn't scared. He was cool. He was like, hey. That's your boy, right? Yeah. Where's he going? Oh, you don't have to say. Oh, he got bored. He was expecting stunts. That's it. That's all he's going to do. I thought he was going to throw himself to the ground. And he's 6.5. I don't blame him. No, talk is not good.
He wanted you to sing.
He wanted me to sing. No, he didn't. Okay, I'll. Anyway, I was going to say. So Gene had me do all of these colors, and they put it all on one reel. Did you see the whole reel of different colors, or just
Yeah,
one?
I can't remember. I remember the pink.
Pink, yeah.
Very
So I haven't watched it, but
terrifying.
yeah. So they put all the different colors and different hairs and all of that onto a reel, and they showed it to Gene in the screening room. He sat down, they turned on the film, the first one came up, he went, yeah, that's good. Literally. And Rick Rubin said, Gene, wait, I mean, don't you want to see the rest of them? We've done them all these different colors. And he went, oh, okay, all right. And he looked at the rest of them, and they finally chose what is actually gold in reality. So a gold makeup that sparkles. unless you have a bad TV in which it's green, which a lot of people do. Anyway, thank you for asking. What is your son's name? Adam. Wise young man. Yes, ma'am.
Whatever happened to Spot?
Whatever happened to Spot? Spot heaven. Well, what do you think? That was 25 years ago.
Was he?
Was he?
Somebody on the crew?
Was sorry?
Was he somebody on the crew?
Somebody on the crew. No, that was a professional actor. And I'm serious, and I've said this before, that was the single worst actor I've ever worked with. What? What happened to Spot?
He would go to cat shows with the Celebrity Cat for CFA. I saw him many times.
Saw Spot many times. That was not the real Spot. That was like, that was like the Ink Spots used to do that. They had the Harlem Globetrotters. It was always just some other guys, How do you know it was the real Spot? They said
I
that.
read it on
But she read it on the internet. She said, there were actually 3 Spots. The other 2 were on other tours. We switched cats, that's true, but one was male and one was female. We went from a Somali to a red tabby. We don't get mad about it. I didn't do it. Yeah, that cat was the worst. Really. They always wrote the cat, and they knew I didn't like working with the cat. I liked the cat, don't get me wrong. But as an actor, he stunk. And he couldn't do anything that was in the script. And they would write these ridiculous things for him to do just to make me mad. But whenever Spot worked, we were there all day in one scene. It would just take forever. And finally, they wrote one scene that Spot did on the first take. It only happened once. It's a Data feeds Spot tuna in a can. And Spot came right to the tuna and ate it one take, and we were out of there. But that was the only time.
Where do we find Spot after the...
We found Spot at the end of Generations. Yeah. No. No, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm holding him really tight. Yeah, we had to drug him occasionally. But they probably drugged him on that tour, too. I understand he didn't like to travel. Thank you so much. All right. Eden, isn't it? Because I never forget a name. Eden.
Yes.
Yes.
I was wondering how much you knew at the time, or how much you know now about the technology and science behind that the technology is based on.
Do I know much about it? No. You know what? Eden, right? Eden, is that, you know what the past tense of the name Eden is? Aiden. It's another name that you see, Eden becomes Aiden. Okay. I just got an invitation, an email 2 days ago from Stanford University to come and speak to their class on artificial intelligence. and seriously, Stanford University wants me to come and speak about artificial intelligence. I mean, that would be like asking their professor to teach an acting class. What do I know about any of this stuff? I just read the lines and dazzle you with my talent. Now, I know almost nothing about it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Edith. Pardon me? About anything? I know a lot. You know what? I am borderline genius. On the high side of borderline. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Mr. Snyder.
Hi, how are you? Maya?
Yes.
I remember all names. It's unbelievable.
First of all, you're awesome and really nice.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Thank you.
So my question,
Is,
do you sing in the shower, and if so, what do you like to sing?
I don't really sing in the shower. Because there are other people in my house who don't relish that. No, I don't sing in the shower at all. I sing in the car.
What do you sing in the car?
Oh, you know, I sing, I have this act that I've been working on, a concert I've been working on. I'm toying with actually doing it. Not right now, mind you. You have to pay for it. It's not free. I've worked too hard on it. But so I sing songs that I do in the show. And, which I know you'll be there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. But if it goes well, I'm supposed to do it, I've said